If you have ever watched the Predator franchise, then you know that there could be no better top predator than the alien known as the Predator. However, if we are talking about the top predator here on Earth, then there is one animal that stands out above all others. This animal can take down prey twice its size, has an incredibly powerful bite, and can even swim just like a fish. Yes, it is a real animal and not something from a horror movie. And this animal goes by the name Jaguar. Jaguars are arguably the most powerful cats on the planet. They are the third largest after tigers and lions and are also the heaviest of the 4 big cats in the Americas. Jaguars are solitary and generally very elusive animals. They usually keep to themselves and tend to avoid humans, but every once in a while, jaguars may attack people and their livestock. This is one of the main reasons why jaguars have such a bad reputation. Many people consider them to be ferocious men, but in reality, they only attack people when they feel threatened or cornered. Jaguars are able to thrive in many different environments, including swamps, grasslands, and temperate forests. They can even be found in desert scrublands where their prey is scarce. Jaguars are native to the Americas and can be found as far north as Arizona and as far south as northern Argentina. Today, we will be focusing our attention on the jaguars that live in the Amazon rainforest, which is one of the most dangerous places on Earth. We will find out how the jaguar became the top predator of the Amazon, what are some of its incredible adaptations, and what does its future look like. Be sure to stay tuned because there is a lot to cover. So let's get started. As mentioned earlier, jaguars are third in size, only 2 lions and tigers. On average, male jaguars weigh 150 pounds and females weigh around 100 pounds. Although they are smaller than tigers and lions, jaguars are stockier and more muscular. This makes them much stronger and more formidable opponents than any other big cat. Jaguars have short, dense fur with a rosette pattern that helps them blend into their surroundings. Each rosette is unique to the individual jaguar and acts as a form of identification. Like other cats, jaguars have excellent night vision and are perfectly adapted for hunting in low-light conditions. Jaguars are also great swimmers and can even catch fish. In fact, jaguars are the only known felines that regularly hunt fish. They do this by stealthily approaching a riverbank and then diving in and swimming underwater. Jaguars can swim just as fast as they can run on land, making them virtually unstoppable in the water. Because of this, jaguars are often referred to as the king or queen of the jungle, despite the fact that they do not live in jungles. They are simply the undisputed rulers of their domain. In order to become the top predator in the Amazon rainforest, jaguars needed to have a few key advantages over their prey. First, jaguars needed to be able to move through the forest quickly and silently. This is because many of their potential prey animals, such as tapirs and capybara, are also very good at moving through the trees. Jaguars can jump up to 20 feet in a single leap, allowing them to easily cross streams and other obstacles. Their large paws also help them to move quietly, making it easier to sneak up on their prey. Another advantage that jaguars have is their powerful bite. Jaguars have the strongest bite force of any big cat, with the exception of tigers. Their bite force is around 1,000 psi, which allows them to easily kill prey by crushing their skulls. Finally, jaguars are very patient hunters. They will often spend hours lying in wait before pouncing on their prey. This is important because many of their potential prey animals are very wary and difficult to approach. By being patient, jaguars are able to get close enough to strike and capture their prey. With these 3 advantages, jaguars are able to successfully hunt a wide variety of animals, including tapirs, capybaras, deer, and monkeys. They will sometimes even hunt reptiles and birds. As you can see, jaguars are truly the apex predators of the Amazon rain. But unfortunately, they are currently facing a number of threats that could put them at risk of extinction. One of the biggest threats to jaguars is habitat loss. As the Amazon rainforest is cut down for timber or converted to farmland, jaguars are losing their home. This means that they have less territory in which to hunt and raise their young. When jaguars lose their habitat, they often end up in conflict with humans. As jaguars become more desperate for food, they may start attacking livestock, which can lead to retaliation from farmers. Jaguars are also being killed for their fur, which is used in the fashion industry. Despite international laws banning the trade of jaguar fur, it is still happening illegally. Poachers are willing to take great risks to capture jaguars alive so that their fur can be sold on the black market. In addition to these threats, jaguars are also suffering from climate change. As the climate continues to warm, jaguars are being forced to move further north in search of cooler temperatures. This means that they are entering into new territories where they are not familiar with the environment or the prey animals. Jaguars are also having to deal with diseases that are affecting other wildcats. For example, feline leukemia virus has been found in jaguars in South America. This virus is usually only found in domestic cats, but it has now been transmitted to jaguars in the wild. There is no cure for this disease, and it is often fatal. So, as you can see, jaguars are facing a tough battle for survival. But there is hope. Conservationists are working hard to protect jaguars and their habitat. They are also working to reduce the demand for jaguar fur. If we can all do our part to help jaguars, then they can continue to be the majestic and feared predators of the Amazon for generations to come. As you probably noticed, jaguars are very similar to tigers. This is because they are in the same genus. The only other animals in this genus are lions, leopards, and snow leopards. Jaguars and tigers are the two smallest members of the genus, and they were both once thought to be subspecies of the same species. However, recent genetic studies have shown that they are actually separate species. Even though jaguars and tigers are different species, they still share many similarities. Both are excellent swimmers and are often found near water. They are also both nocturnal hunters and have very similar diets. Perhaps the most noticeable similarity between jaguars and tigers is both have rosette-shaped markings that help them do camouflage in their environment. However, there are some differences between the fur of jaguars and tigers. Jaguars have more rosettes than tigers, and their rosettes are usually smaller. Jaguars also have a thicker coat of fur, which helps to protect them from the cold temperatures in their native range. Overall, jaguars and tigers are two of the most magnificent creatures that can be found in the Americas and Asia. They are both at the top of their food chains and are feared by many of the animals that they share their habitats with. Now it's time to make your voice heard. Comment below, which other amazing animal would you like us to make a video about? As always, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you next time.